Dom T, I mean, I'm the first to admit I overshared when I first joined
DB,
Spaces.
I don't even want to hear you, sweetheart. Except when I'm not interacting directly. You are funny.
No, I want to speak though. I want to speak.
I
You
won't
don't
leave.
have to
I'll
listen.
just give you.
I've got.
Go on, G.
Thanks. Some of us are telling the truth. Some of us have got I can't even speak. Documented evidence going back years. I overshared. I made that big mistake because I found my voice and I joined Spaces in the early part of this year. And I met a new wave of feminists that it all backfired. It didn't go well. But that doesn't give you the right to, as June said, to be judge and jury on who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth. What do you want? A whole A4 file full of paperwork to prove? I mean, what do you want? You can't treat people like that. You know, there are more people far less likely to be able to stand up for themselves. Hold on, I haven't finished.
Or anything like that.
Can I finish? Sorry. Now, some days I'm stronger than others. Some days I'm able to stand up for myself. Other days I crumble. We know that. I have the piss taken out of me left, right, and centre.
Everybody's the same. I don't feel sorry for you because some days you have things.
I don't want your pity. You're missing the point. My point is, as a group of women supposedly having each other's backs, someone like you coming along doing what you did caused havoc, and it caused a lot of distress for a lot of women, and that's simply not kind for one thing.
TB, your opinion is invalid. I'm sorry. Some of the other women can.
That opinion is the opinion of so many.
It's been way worse than mine.
Right, one at a time, ladies. Come on, let women speak. You need a man in a dress to tell you to let women speak. See, this is why the patriarchy needs to stay in place.
You call me invalid all you like, but I'm very proud of everything I've achieved. Thanks, Lady Levent.
Well, I just think that you've actually behaved more. Your behaviour has been worse than mine on Twitter. You're devious. Like, everyone knows what I'm up to, and it's funny.
Who, me?
It's not funny at all.
Who devious?
Me? Yeah, devious, gaslighting little.
Can you imagine, G? It's so boring. This old trope is so boring. Oh my god.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you explain how I'm devious?
She's trying to trigger you, G. That's all she's trying to do.
Okay. Thanks.
It's boring, right?
So, I've been quiet. I just really something quickly. I just want to point out that misogynistic Mike on all of his accounts has never, ever posted full recordings of anybody talking about anything that is personal to their experiences or traumas. I've never posted their voice recordings at all. I've posted clips like Shell's talking about how the term cis makes her go through the roof. Like, I've clipped those little things. And up until recently, I've stayed out of all of the spaces that said the title saying women only. I've never posted anything from those spaces or ever posted any recordings or clips from those spaces. I've had people send them to me, but I've never posted them. So Lady Lament's acting like I'm worse than her is.
I didn't say you. I was talking to DB, not you.
I know.
Me?
No, but
I'm
earlier.
devious.
Earlier.
How am I devious, Lady Laments?
Gee, she's just trying to trigger you.
Oh, yeah.
She knows what to do and knows what to say.
Forget that question.
I would like to hear the answer to that, though, because
she doesn't do what she's told.
But none of us do.
Yeah, that's why she does Lady Laments, and she got the idea from the other listener.
From a man.
Ari, since Ari is new, I'm gonna let Ari go, and then Belfast. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty nice of you. Lady Laments, I've never really interacted with you or anything like that, but I've heard like some of your recordings. Like, I don't get it. If you say that you're looking for like truth and stuff, why would you record all these women telling their vulnerable stories and then post them as a passive attack on them? Like, that's all it really comes off as. And like, I know the other listener was doing the same kind of stuff.
Stories, I post the propaganda.
I don't know. I've heard some stuff about G and with G on, your little recordings before, and it's pretty abhorrent how, like, some of the people treated her, yet they got recorded and put on your page. Like, I don't know how some of the women are so vicious to each other, and that's a problem for them. Like, I'm not here to like get on their business, but like to say that like what you're doing is okay, while it's a passive attack. Like, you're giving all these other people all these options and opportunities to hear everybody else's trauma, and whether or not you believe it or not, some people go through hard stuff, and you're exploiting it.
I've heard all the weepy stories.
Well, thanks, Ari. I know you're saving up for that full facial feminization surgery, sweetheart. But I've got a big forehead. I'm 8 stone, and it's for knocking off that big brow ridge from cunts like you.
What's the point of that, Holly? What's the point in interrupting with? Yes, we love the bloody imitations, but in the middle of a conversation, wait for a session.
Yeah.
That's the best time to do it, darling.
Hey, Belfast, go ahead.
Well, I think Domestic Tea, Lady Laments, knows exactly what I think of her. I think she's a snake in the grass. And I genuinely cannot say that you did anything good there. Yeah, some of I don't give a shit about me, but some of the people you platformed are anonymous. I don't give a shit about me. I don't give a shit what you said about me. I think it's hilarious. But at the end of the day, fuck you.
Fair enough.
I second that.
It's kind of the attitude when your kids don't see you. Spend a lot of time on
You're worse. You're bloody the absolute
Go on then, tell me.
worst.
I'm not going to tell me. I'm someone who's.
Listen,
I've got.
this is what I think happened to GB, right? She come to spaces with the story.
Wow.
Came to women's spaces with
No,
Ollie.
true stories.
With Ollie.
True.
Again,
No, way before Ollie.
Guys, Lady Laments did not interrupt you. Please let her finish, and then go to TT.
And when you didn't get the kind of treatment that you wanted from the women, which was more than just support, in my opinion, it was excessive support, really. When that didn't happen, you had your little breakdown and went off to the transgenders, but it was because you didn't get the attention you wanted and the petting or whatever. It felt like it was petting that you were after. And so, and that's when you went to the transgenders. And still, even while you've been with them, these guys, you've still been trying to emotionally manipulate women from the other side. Giving the same old sob stories, saying that Lady Domestic or whichever fucking account you were sending off to, trying to get Baroness Nicholson to get me off Twitter and all of that. Like, yo, just call the police if I'm that bad. You're fucking calling the Baroness.
Nothing I have ever said has been untrue. I've gone through years and had true that you convicted.
That's true. All right, and I haven't said that you've lied about that, but what I've said. When you didn't get what you're saying to me, you threw your toys out the pram, and you've been doing it ever since. And crying at that high pitch that babies have, that tugs at your heart and makes you want to do anything to make it better. Well, it don't wash because you're a woman. All right.
Wow.
TT. Maybe TT can offer a fresh perspective. Then we will go to Ari.
No, were you multiply raped by a nurse who was then convicted?
Come on, bloody talk about it if that had happened.
Well, I thought I'd found a group of women early this year that were discussing it. My mistake, I'd learnt the hard way. It doesn't make it untrue.
TT, maybe you can offer a fresh perspective, then we'll go to Ari.
Let Ari go first, if you don't mind.
Okay,
and
Ari, go ahead.
Okay.
All right. I don't see what's wrong with if G went through this trauma to come to a group of women who have most likely also gone through the same types of things, only to dismiss her because maybe she does get a little over emotional. Maybe she does reach out for more support than most people are willing to give. But what's wrong with that? Like, what is wrong with her trying to find a group of women who will talk to her, listen to her, support her? If let women speak is like the big thing that the women are, calling for, like, what did she do wrong? I don't get
plenty
it.
of women did support GB, including myself. I'm sure you'll be surprised to know, and spoke in private messages and what have you. But it did become excessive, and then some of GB's reactions. There was one particular space where it all kicked off when there was a little spat with Isla, and since then, it feels like GB was actually told, "You go over there now." It was a very odd transition from one side to the other, and nothing about it was genuine. This is jokes.
No pun intended.
What are you talking about?
None of GB's
I only
opinions
really
have
came
changed.
into wind Belfast up. I knew it'd set her off seeing this Lady Laments. Right. Thanks, guys.
Oh, she left. That's a shame.
Westy, is that you, yeah?
You will never catch me out, you will never catch me in. If you see a light that's blue, that's only you. Granny ain't home, but I'm picking you up on a PTZ dome. I'm picking you up, I don't wanna chat and a cup. I'm serving domestic tea. Don't knock on the door to my flat, I don't wanna hear a tap tap. You don't wanna hear a tap tap. Don't knock on my window, don't press on the pane. I don't want your prints on my pain, you don't want my prints on your pain. You don't wanna bump up my CV when I take yours to the cleaner. You don't wanna knock on my door, you don't wanna knock on my door. You don't wanna find out more, you don't wanna know. Yeah, I'll change your Wi-Fi code, I'll call it Granny ain't home, that's right. Granny on a one grand ting outside, never on the inside. You will never catch RG on the wing. You will never catch me, you don't wanna lunch with me. Ain't what you see, you don't wanna bump up my CV when I take yours to the cleaner. You will never catch me out and you will never catch me in. If you see a light that's blue, that's only you. Granny ain't home, but I'm picking you up on the PTZ dome. I'm picking you up, I don't wanna chat at a cup. I'm serving domestic tea. I'm serving domestic tea. I'm serving domestic tea. Granny ain't home. I'm serving domestic. Granny ain't home. I don't wanna wear out a tap tap. You don't wanna wear out a tap tap. You don't want my prints on your pain. You don't want my prints on your pain.